To gain access to behind the radio, we have to first remove the center console assembly. To do this, we release the cover. On the front side of the shifter, there is a lock pin. Use a pick tool, you can use your fingernail. Pull straight up. Set aside. Using a plastic tool along the edge here, we're going to push into the edge and gently pry up. This will release the center console plate. Remove the rubber. Disconnect any wiring. Set aside. Remove the two screws that hold the center console pocket in place, and the pocket just pulls straight out. Disconnect any wiring associated. Once that is out of place, you should be able to grab the front panel, gently pry forward to release the locking tabs. And then you have 4 screws that hold the unit in place. Remove these 4 screws, and the unit will slide straight out. To remove the harness, this is the harness we need to interface into. Depress the tab on the top, gently rock it back and forth, pull it aside. To gain access behind the screen, we just need to pull this whole front fascia off with a plastic pry tool. Gently pry around to release any of the locking tabs. Once you tilt this up, you'll see you have 3 connectors in which you need to remove. And then just set aside. What we're installing today is the Nav-Tv Uci+11C interface module. What you'll have is input between the screen and the radio, input from the radio here out to the factory screen, video input for factory camera or aftermarket backup camera. On the other side, we also have inputs for navigation and the interface between the radio and the screen as well. When we install this, we're going to slide it into here. This is where we recommend, and make your connections. Our T-harness, which goes behind the unit in the dash here. We recommend there's an opening in the behind. It comes up through the back side. Bring it up through the right side, it comes out. This will come in from where we're mounting our unit. Has a nice little cubby hole here. Down here, you'll see that this is keyed. It only goes in one way. Slides right in. Now, our unit. We're going to take our 18-pin connector, plug it into the radio T-harness connector. As you'll notice, they are color coordinated. This comes in from the radio. We will take our supplied cable. You see it's color coordinated. We have a white end and a black end. The black end goes into the ECI. The white end then goes into the back of the monitor. If we're installing navigation into the unit, what we have here is we have the Kenwood KNA G610. We also have the harness in which we have here. This is going to plug into the back side where it says external navigation. shroud it up from behind. And make our connections. Slide this back up into the hole. Where we recommend mounting the navigation would be underneath the steering column here. There's a nice flat area. You can mount it right on top of the BCM module down there. And just make our connections. We'll plug the other end here, and then we would mount it. The GPS connection is made here. We recommend that you mount the GPS antenna in a clear line of sight to the sky. You can find a place underneath the dash pad here. Just two-side stick tape it to the vent underneath. Right here in this general area will work very well. Okay. Now for reassembly, we take our new cable, which we just plugged into the UCI, plug it into the white connector behind the radio, and plug in the last two factory connectors. And then snap the dash back together. Now we reinsert the tuner head, make all of our connections back, take our T-harness in which we added. You'll notice that we have two connectors that look similar, but they are keyed differently. It will only go into one, it will not go into the other, so do not try to force it. Before we put everything back together and button it up, we're going to verify and make sure that everything is working correctly. You will need the front panel in order for this to work. Okay. Okay. Now what you'll see when the unit comes up, you'll have a new icon in the bottom right hand corner where it says navigate, or it says nav. This is for the navigation. Press this button, brings up the Garmin navigation. Everything works through touchscreen control, just like factory. To go into the UCI settings, press and hold the volume button. Brings up you have settings for camera, navigation, video in motion, about, and exit. These settings are for camera input, navigation input, video in motion, about gives you hardware software revision. Press exit and exit. I'm Jack Randall with Nav-TV. Thank you for watching.